All right, on this episode of Bare Knuckle Bowker, very excited to be talking to an individual competing at KnuckleMania VI, which transpires on February the 7th. A very tenured individual in BKFC fought on their inaugural card and is now on their annual tentpole event, and in a very intriguing fight against a former champion from another organization in Joshua Oxendine. And great having Travis Thompson back on Bare Knuckle Bowker. How are you doing, man?
Doing great. How about yourself?
No, I'm doing awesome, man. It must be great for you to be, back in Philly. I understand the fight last July in Philly fell out. You're here now. And
Yep.
yeah, just super exciting time and everything like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is KnuckleMania VI. I did KnuckleMania I, just did KnuckleMania V. Now we're coming back to do KnuckleMania VI. I want to get my third stoppage at KnuckleMania VI. KnuckleMania is my time.
And you do have quite the legacy with the show for sure. I was actually talking to Mike Richmond just a bit before we started talking, who's also fighting on this Knucklemania card and was on a previous event too. So it's just good to see certain individuals are like really having these showcase performances across like the first few and everything like that. So yeah, really exciting stuff. And it's cool because the last Knucklemania was specifically in Philly as well. So kind of coming back here, there's a certain, I don't know, connectivity piece that must be cool for you.
Absolutely. I love being in Philly. I mean, it's not far from my house. I'm like maybe 45 minutes from the stadium. So it's great. I love being here. Got a lot of fans, a lot of friends, family that are going to be there. So it's going to be a great time. I love fighting in Philly. Josh is coming to my hometown. He's coming to my venue. So he's not just fighting me, he's fighting Philly. And he's going to be fucked.
Pretty big jump into the deep end of the pool here. I think it shows his gamesmanship for sure, coming from that tighter kind of trigon framework to a bigger space in terms of like what BKFC brings with their squared circle, and against someone who, as I said in the intro, probably the most tenured person in the promotion, fought on BKFC one, still doing great things now. So very interesting, sort of diving into the deeper end of the pool for Oxendine. It would seem like.
Absolutely. I'm giving him props. Good for you coming in here. And it's my job to show you that you don't belong here. It's my job to show you that you should have stayed in the other place. You want to come here. It's my job to stop you, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, for sure. And I have a lot of respect for Oxendine as a fighter as well. Like in terms of what you've seen from him in terms of like the X's and O's of his skill set, though, like what do you think he really brings to the table in terms of just, yeah, the bare knuckle acumen, I suppose?
I mean, I agree with you. I have respect for his skills. I have respect for him coming to BKFC and trying to test himself, but you're testing yourself with the wrong fucking person. He's got a great jab. He's a great boxer. I don't box. I brawl. He's gonna get pressure. He does not like pressure. When he gets pressure, he folds. He's gonna fold February 7th.
That's kind of an interesting characterization and everything like that because it seems like, I don't know, it's almost like the inverse in a way that people would kind of presume. Like you feel like the person who'd be forcing the issue and forcing the pressure would be like the trigon oriented kind of fighter and etc. So kind of an interesting breakdown, but I do agree with that and just kind of like what both of you guys bring to the table and everything like that. And I guess for the sake of a clarification, I mentioned Oxendine having a championship title, challenged for a title in BKB. I know a lot of people thought he could have done enough to have won that fight rather, but yeah, I mean, a very exciting fight coming up here. And just, yeah, I guess what were the thoughts when his name kind of came your way? I guess you seem like a guy who like would be privy to his resume already going in, even though he's a debutant specific to BKFC. Like, how familiar were you with this individual heading into the Oxendine booking being made official?
I mean, I do know of him. I've known of him. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not being disrespectful
Yeah.
to the other promoter either, but we have a different caliber fighter in BKFC than they have in BKB, YB, whatever it's called. Um, and we're gonna see that come February 7th. Great. He was going for a championship against who is it? Mark.
Mark Irwin.
Irwin, yes, Irwin, another great dude. I like Mark a lot. And that was a great, bloodbath. They had a great fight. Um, Mark will not put the pressure on him like I'm going to put on him, and Mark pulled out the win with his pressure. My pressure is twice as much what Mark can do.
And I guess speaking to the tenure kind of point, I thought this was interesting. This was from an Elvin Brito Instagram post where he was talking about how there's like a, I guess, tying kind of component for like most active BKFC
Yeah.
combatants and kind of gave everyone the shout out for being workhorses and stuff like that. You're in there, Britain Hart, Brito himself, Julian Lane, Lorenzo Hunt. That has to be really cool. I mean, probably not a surprise considering how many times I've already referenced you fought on their inaugural card, but how does that make you feel being such like a tenured workhorse kind of figure in BKFC?
I enjoy it. I mean, that's why my ring name is the Animal, because I am a workhorse. I will do whatever you want me to do, whenever you want me to do it. I mean, I had a fight on 4 days' notice. I really don't care. I fight whoever, whenever you want me or need me. I'm there, and Dave knows that, and that's why he uses me. He likes to utilize me, especially in Philly, because I have a pretty good fan base in Philly.
And it's kind of cool to see yourself and Lorenzo kind of like continue your respective resumes and whatnot. And I mean, he's got a massive fight against Dave Mundell. I feel like that's a fight so many people are understandably intrigued by. I think a lot of people see that as a fight that can determine the number one pound for pound fighter in BKFC.
No doubt, absolutely. And yeah, it's hard for me to jump off track because I hate doing that. But those two people, I have much respect for both of them. They're both great friends of mine. I usually train in Florida. Obviously, this one's in Philadelphia, so I'm not training in Florida when I'm up here, anyways. So I might as well stay here. When I usually go down to Florida, I'm usually training, in a gym alongside of Mundell. I also see Lorenzo a lot too, so it's great to see them on a card fighting each other. And it's like I'm not going to pick, I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to pick, but
Of course.
it's a fight I'm really excited for. It's a great fight. They both bring great levels of the game into this fight, which is crazy. Lorenzo is more of the flashy, fast, striker, whereas Mundell is more, he thinks things through. He's more methodical about it. So it's going to be a great fight. I'm excited for it. And I think a lot of people are underestimating Dave.
Yeah, it's a
So
very intriguing fight for sure, man. And I guess I just feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't touch on this because you made some comment to the effect of like you hate getting off track. Like, was there something you were wanting to talk about that we kind of
no,
diverted from there? Or
I, so the one thing you just did, which no one can really get me to do, is talk about another fight when I'm in fight mode. So you got me to do that, which I don't like to do, but you did it because you
yeah,
said Dave
yeah,
Mendoza
yeah.
Hunt. Have to jump off on that one. It's a great fight. I'm excited for it. In KnuckleMania VI, man, this could be a great card. I'm excited to be on it. It sucks that I'm like. There's two ways to take this. So I'm the very first fight of the night. I'm the very first prelim, which I kind of took at first as like kind of a kick in my ass. But then I'm like, you know what? I understand. A, they made a place for me to be on the card because I wasn't supposed to be on the card. And then secondly, if you put me on the first fight, it's gonna set the tone for the night. So, I kind of swallowed my pride a little bit and shut up. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I do accept being the first fight of the night because I set the tone for the night.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the point too, in a certain sense. I guess it's kind of all about perspective. Like you could easily lean into that initial perspective you've had where it kind of feels like a slight, or you could lean
Yeah,
into the mindset you now have where it's like, oh, I'm going to kick off the card in great style and everyone's going to have to follow that.
exactly. And that's what I'm using. I'm using that for my fuel. I use it both ways. So I use it in the beginning. I used it as a slight, so it kind of like forced me to train harder. But now it's like, cool, we did the training, all the training's in. Now we're sharpening everything. We're gonna make sure that we set the night off with the very first fight of the night. We're gonna go for fight of the night or knockout of the night on the very first fight of the card. I
No, it's
do.
all,
I fight for bonuses. I don't just go in there just to do my job. My job is not successful unless it's fight of the night or knockout of the night.
I mean, I feel like your fights are always in that kind of conversation, like the most exciting fight of the night and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, again, that's where the nickname, I guess, kind of comes into play, the animal, everything like that.
Greatly appreciate that. And I think this one will be fight number 14 for me in BKFC. And I know that only two fights I didn't get a bonus on. So, I mean, when I come to fight, I come to fight.
No, absolutely. I think anyone that follows the circuit very much can see that in terms of what you bring to the table. So, I mean, yeah, when I saw it was coming back to Philadelphia, I mean, you were one of the first guys that kind of came to mind. Like, I feel like there's such a great crop of fighters from that area who can just really have these show out great performances. And I feel like, it'd be a big omission if you weren't on the card. So cool to see you got that spot.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That's kind of how I felt too. But I know we have a huge roster as well, so you can't really get upset, especially to be on KnuckleMania. I mean, there's only certain people that can be on it. There's only certain fights that can be on it. So if you're not on it, don't get upset. There's going to be plenty of other cards, but I really wanted this one. And thank you, Dave, and everyone a part of BKFC that put me on. And it's my turn to show up and show out. Get rid of this Josh Oxendine, and that's my goal. It's going to be fight of the night or knockout of the night.
Yeah, and I guess you have like such a history with the Feldmans and stuff like that. Like when
Yep.
you were rocking the Marty Feldman jeans shirt back in
Yep.
the day and all that.
Yep. Absolutely. Marty's my man. I always said if you ever follow any of my Instagram or Facebook messages, it's always like I always put my man in quotation marks because that's what Marty would always say. Everyone you go up to, my man, my man. So I love Marty. He's a great man. He taught me a lot. He was my trainer. He brought me into the professional circuit as a boxer. So Dave was with me the entire time. Dave came with me when I fought. I boxed in Vegas. He worked my corner. So, I mean, I've been with the Feldmans for like 20 years, even Junior. Junior's, it's great to watch him grow as well.
Yeah, because he seems very involved in his own way in the promotion too. So yeah, good to see that, I guess, like generational legacy kind of component.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's so much work that they do behind the scenes that people don't even see. And I mean, I see a lot of it because I do go up there and torment the shit out of them and steal my free swag and everything. But all the things that they do. This team, the team that Dave, the Feldmans have, it's no one can touch it. The UFC, they have thousands of people working for them. They have such a tight knit group over at the BKFC, office. I mean, I know they have them all over. They have them in Florida. They have them all over the place. But just that group that I know that's in Broomall, oh my God, like they're always doing something, and I just love watching the parts move. It's great.
Yeah, no, it's exciting and it's cool that you have like that deeper connectivity piece. And like I said, fighting on the inaugural card to see where it's at now and stuff like that. But yeah, it was also cool to see you getting in a little bit of commentary work for New Attitude Boxing in December. Like I know we've talked about before some of the different prior broadcasting kind of gigs, but that seems like another thing you really enjoy, like offering up the insights in like a commentary context.
Absolutely. I just love being a part of fighting. I love fighting. I love it. It's a passion of mine. I fought everything. Everything I do in my life is a fight, From the day I was born up until now. Everything I do, I put my all into. I work hard and I fight for everything.
No, it's incredible. It speaks volumes, man. I mean, that could even maybe even serve as a parting thought in and of itself, a certain poignant sentiment. But if there was anything you maybe wanted to add as a parting thought as we are kind of wrapping up, I'd figured I'd give you the floor and yeah, just kind of give you that space if there was anything you wanted to mention, Travis.
I appreciate that. First off, thank you for the interview today. I appreciate it. I'm excited for this fight, KnuckleMania VI. We're going to show up. We're going to show out. And I want to thank all of my sponsors because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to, this wouldn't be possible. I got to put in a lot of time training, and that costs a lot of money. And they all help me out with all the funding and everything. So we're going to show up. We're going to show out. February 7th, we're going to get the win and go back to the drawing board. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, Dylan. And look forward to talking to you on the 8th.
It's going to be an awesome one. KnuckleMania VI going down on February 7th, as you kind of alluded to. And yeah, such a super exciting fight against Josh Oxendine, former prolific fighter from BKB, now coming into BKFC against one of the most tenured fighters in the promotion. So something about that matchup jumped off the page to me and really wanted to set something up after I saw it, man. So thank you so much for coming on, Bare Knuckle Bowker. I'll certainly be tuning into KnuckleMania 6. But until then, all the best in the lead up to the fight. And yeah, have a good one, man.
My man, thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Dylan.